Engage with ancient whispers and shadowy figures as this essay elucidates the haunting legend of the Skinwalker, a pivotal but mysterious facet of Native American folklore. Traversing through history, culture, and the dim recesses of the supernatural, we dissect one of the most gripping narratives that continue to echo across generations. By dissecting these legends, the aim is to grant insight into how such tales shape the existential fabric of Native American communities and seep intriguingly into broader American consciousness. This exploration pays homage to the rich tapestry of storytelling and respects the profound cultural sanctities bound within. The night air carries with it more than a chill. It whispers of skinwalkers, shifters, tricksters, creatures of profound power and fear. This essay seeks to dive deep into the abyss of the unknown, unraveling the Skinwalker legend that is intertwined with the cultural fabric and spiritual life of numerous Native American tribes. These beings, feared for their supernatural abilities, move silently through the pages of history, manifesting themselves across a variety of narratives and myths that have scorched themselves into the cultural consciousness of America. Skinwalkers, in the simplest explanation, are believed to be individuals who possess the supernatural ability to transform into any animal at will. However, this definition barely scratches the surface of this complex and layered mythos. As it stands, the legend holds not merely supernatural elements but is a carrier of important cultural implications and teachings. Although most commonly associated with Navajo lore, where they are known as Yi Nald Lushi, he who walks on all fours, the concept of shape-shifting is common to many Native American tribes, each carrying its own distinct narrative and significance. It's important to approach these legends with both curiosity and respect, as they encapsulate more than just tales of terror, but profound insights into human nature and tribal law. In the chilling expanse of Utah's Skinwalker Ranch, numerous unexplained phenomena have been reported, from eerie orbs of light to terrifying encounters with shape-shifting entities known as skinwalkers. These skinwalkers, rooted deeply in Native American lore, are said to be malevolent witches capable of transforming into, controlling, and impersonating animals. Historically, the legend dates back centuries within Native American cultures, particularly among the Navajo, where these beings emerge from the malevolent use of spiritual magic intended for healing and protection. The tales recount grim details of these entities manipulating the natural world, causing unexplainable and often horrifying events to ensure their survival and dominance. Documented incidents at Skinwalker Ranch serve as modern-day testimonies to the Skinwalker's eerie presence, with reports citing animal mutilations, sudden appearances of exotic, unknown creatures, and haunting vocal mimicry that chills to the bone. These narratives, while steeped in the supernatural, prompt a profound philosophical dialogue about the boundaries of human understanding and the ethics of wielding power over nature. As investigations continue, both scientific and paranormal, the truth behind these legends remains elusive, challenging our grasp of the known world and the mysteries that lie beyond. This ongoing quest for understanding not only fuels the mystery surrounding the Skinwalker phenomenon, but also preserves the cultural and spiritual fabric of Native American history, reminding us of the deep, often dark, connections between humans and the natural world. Understanding the cultural context of Skinwalker legends necessitates a dive into the complex weave of Native American spirituality, where the natural and supernatural realms frequently intersect, and nothing is merely an animal, object, or natural phenomenon, but often carriers of deeper spiritual significance. In Native American cultures, animals are not just creatures of the earth, they are key figures in spiritual narratives, and are often connected to the portrayal of tribal characteristics such as bravery, cunning, or wisdom. A skinwalker, by adopting the forms of these significant beings, isn't merely transforming, but is engaging in an act heavily laden with spiritual and cultural symbolism. The skinwalker's ability to transform is also a topic ripe with symbolism about identity and the human condition, reflecting themes such as dual nature, concealment, deceit, and the complex narrative of human morality. This duality in the Skinwalker's nature mirrors the broader cosmic dualities perceived by many Native American tribes, day and night, physical and spiritual, good and evil. Folklore, in this lens, serves not only as entertainment or cautionary tales but also plays a significant role in the education of the youth, the transmission of cultural values, and communal bonding over shared heritage and common values. Myth versus reality. The Skinwalker understood. Unraveling the Skinwalker legend involves peering into the murky waters where myth blends with reality. In Native American communities, the line between the two is often not distinctly drawn. Instead, myth and reality coexist as complementary forces that shape understanding and experience of the world. Discussions about the Skinwalker often oscillate between these realms, reflecting the profound role that such supernatural entities play in the worldview of these communities. Skinwalkers, though widely regarded as mythological beings, are treated with a degree of reality in many Native narratives. They are not just stories told for entertainment, but are believed to have a true presence, capable of influencing the physical world. This belief system underscores a different perception of reality, one where spiritual and material planes intermingle openly. In analyzing the Skinwalker myth, it becomes evident that these tales carry more than just the thrill of the supernatural. They embody deep-seated fears and societal warnings against the misuse of power. The very act of discussing them is often taboo, highlighting the potent blend of respect and fear that surrounds these figures. Societal roles, guardians or harbingers. The role of skinwalkers in Native American folklore is ambiguous and dualistic, reflecting the complex nature of their powers. On one hand, they are seen as guardians of the supernatural, keepers of traditions and punishers of those who stray from tribal laws. On the other, they are harbingers of doom and chaos, capable of causing unspeakable harm. This dual role speaks volumes about the tribal society's approach to law, order, and morality. Skinwalkers, in their capacity to traverse between worlds and forms, act as a stark reminder of the consequences that await those who misuse sacred knowledge or break societal taboos. The fearsome reputation of skinwalkers also serves a practical purpose in tribal communities. It enforces social cohesion and deters negative behaviors. The threat of transformation or the presence of a skinwalker among the tribe is a powerful deterrent, woven into the very fabric of communal life to maintain balance and respect for the laws both seen and unseen. The Skinwalker in Native American rituals. Skinwalkers occupy a peculiar niche in the ritualistic landscape of Native American cultures. They are seldom openly celebrated, but are crucial to the understanding of the spiritual and cultural practices that define these communities. Rituals and ceremonies often contain veiled references to these beings, serving as both a warning and a reminder of the mystical powers that flow through the tribe's veins. The rituals themselves are designed not only to appease or ward off such entities, but also to pass down important lessons about the spiritual world to younger generations. These ceremonies are imbued with symbols and actions that reinforce community bonds and reiterate the collective memory and history of the people. In these sacred spaces, the mention of skinwalkers is often subtle, hinting at their integral role in the spiritual ecosystem. The rituals thus become a living narrative, continuously evolving and adapting to the spiritual needs of the community, while ensuring that the legend of the skinwalker remains a vibrant thread in the cultural tapestry. While the skinwalker is most prominently featured in Navajo culture, similar figures appear across various Native American tribes, each adapted to fit the unique cultural and environmental contexts of the tribe. This section explores the rich variety of these legends, highlighting both the unique interpretations and the common threads that link these stories across different communities. The Ojibwe have the Wendigo, the Cherokee tell tales of the Uktina, and the Hopi speak of shapeshifters, similar to the Navajo skinwalkers. Each of these beings, though different in attributes and tales, underscores similar themes: the consequences of greed, the breach of moral and ethical codes, and the profound respect for nature's balance. This mosaic of stories not only enriches the cultural landscape but also illustrates the interconnectedness of Native American tribes through shared themes and moral lessons. Despite the geographical and linguistic barriers, these tales reveal a universal understanding of certain human truths and natural laws, articulated through the medium of the supernatural. Skinwalker legends, while deeply rooted in the supernatural, also reflect the broader socio-political realities faced by Native American tribes. These stories serve as a mirror to the internal and external conflicts, showcasing how folklore can be a subtle commentary on more tangible issues like colonialism, displacement, and cultural survival. The emergence and evolution of Skinwalker tales can be traced alongside the trajectory of Native American history, marked by periods of intense struggle and resistance. In this context, skinwalkers can be interpreted as symbols of resistance or as manifestations of the tribe's darkest fears and challenges. The stories often highlight themes of infiltration and betrayal, perhaps mirroring the experiences of tribes with external colonizers and the disruptive influences they brought. This layer of the Skinwalker narrative challenges us to see beyond the supernatural, recognizing these tales as complex socio-historical commentaries that have adapted to include contemporary issues affecting these communities. The Skinwalker is not merely a creature of fright, it is a vessel of profound symbolism. Each element of the Skinwalker's portrayal, from its ability to change forms to its association with specific animals, carries deep metaphorical meanings that reflect on human nature, ethics, and the spiritual beliefs of Native American cultures. For instance, the transformative ability of skinwalkers symbolizes the fluidity of identity and the complex interplay between the seen and unseen forces that shape our existence. The choice of animals in these transformations often reflects qualities either admired or feared, serving as a living, breathing allegory for traits such as cunning, strength, or malevolence. These metaphorical layers add depth to the Skinwalker tales, allowing them to be tools for teaching and reflection within the community, providing insights not only into the world of spirits, but also into the human soul and societal norms. The legend of the Skinwalker has transcended its cultural origins to capture the imagination of a wider audience through modern media. Films, books, and television series have explored and reinterpreted Skinwalker stories, often divorcing them from their cultural and spiritual contexts for broader appeal. While this has led to increased visibility for Native American folklore, it has also raised concerns about cultural appropriation and the misrepresentation of sacred traditions. The portrayal of skinwalkers in popular media often leans towards the sensational and supernatural, potentially overshadowing the rich cultural and ethical underpinnings of the original legends. This part of the essay examines the implications of such portrayals and discusses the balance between cultural sensitivity and creative expression, highlighting the need for respectful engagement with source cultures in media productions. As the Skinwalker legend permeates popular culture, the necessity for approaching these stories with respect and sensitivity becomes paramount. This involves recognizing the sacredness of these narratives to Native American communities and understanding the potential harm in trivializing or sensationalizing such deeply significant tales. Efforts to educate the public about the cultural significance of Skinwalker stories, including collaborations with Native scholars and community leaders, can help foster a more informed and respectful approach. This section explores successful examples of such engagements and discusses ways in which folklore can be shared responsibly, ensuring that these stories continue to be sources of cultural identity and pride for their communities. Skinwalkers are not unique in the realm of mythology. Many cultures around the world have their own versions of shape-shifting creatures, from the werewolves of Europe to the kitsune of Japan. This comparative analysis highlights the universal themes and unique cultural expressions found in these myths, providing a broader understanding of how different societies interpret the idea of transformation and its implications. Exploring these global parallels, this section delves into the human fascination with transformation and metamorphosis, suggesting that such myths may stem from common psychological roots and shared existential questions. The Skinwalker legend, in particular, provides a rich case study in how these themes are woven into the cultural fabric and spiritual life of Native American tribes. The Skinwalker legends, rich in symbolism and narrative depth, also offer a window into the psychological landscape of the communities that cherish these tales. These stories function not only as entertainment, but also as a means of exploring the darker corners of the human psyche, such as fears, desires, and the complexities of identity and morality. This section examines the psychological impact of these legends on individuals and communities, including their role in managing societal fears, reinforcing community values, and providing a safe space to explore complex emotional and ethical issues. The analysis extends to the therapeutic aspects of storytelling, highlighting how myths like those of the Skinwalkers can contribute to personal and collective healing processes. Oral traditions, including the tales of the Skinwalkers, play a crucial role in the construction and reinforcement of community identity among Native American tribes. These stories are not static. They evolve with the community, reflecting its history, values, and the challenges it faces. This part of the essay explores how the act of storytelling functions within the community, serving as a means of transmitting knowledge, shaping social norms, and strengthening bonds among members. The dynamic nature of oral traditions means that each generation has the opportunity to reinterpret the legends, ensuring their relevance and vibrancy in the changing cultural landscape. The relevance of Skinwalker stories extends into the lives of contemporary Native American communities, where they continue to influence cultural identity, spirituality, and social dynamics. Despite the pressures of modernization and the challenges of cultural dilution, these legends remain an integral part of community life, symbolizing resilience and continuity. This section assesses the impact of these legends today, exploring how they are being preserved, adapted, and taught in a modern context. It also addresses the challenges faced by these communities in keeping their traditions alive in a rapidly changing world, and the strategies they employ to ensure the survival of their rich cultural heritage. As we conclude this exploration of the Skinwalker legend and its manifold dimensions, it becomes clear that folklore is more than just stories. It is a living, breathing continuum that maintains the historical consciousness, shapes the cultural identity, and addresses the spiritual needs of a community. The lasting legacy of the Skinwalker tales, with their deep roots in Native American history and their wide-reaching influence in modern media, underscores the power of folklore to transcend time and cultural boundaries. These stories, rich in complexity and meaning, continue to offer valuable insights into the human condition, the struggles and triumphs of indigenous communities, and the universal quest for meaning and identity in an ever-changing world. In a world that increasingly values tangible knowledge, the mystical and metaphorical layers of folklore, such as the Skinwalker legends, remind us of the importance of the intangible, the spiritual, and the storied in shaping our understanding of the world around us. As we move forward, honoring these stories and the communities that hold them offers a pathway to deeper cross-cultural understanding and respect, reinforcing the essential role of folklore in the global cultural mosaic.